Nick, one line that has not changed throughout the season so far is your line. I'm just wondering what you see and what you guys do to have success out there.
Yeah, I think we're getting more chemistry as the games go on. I think we're kind of finding the strengths and weaknesses of each guy, kind of what each guy does well, and trying to lend ourselves to that. And yeah, it's nice playing with the same guys and getting time to develop some chemistry.
You played a lot over your time here with Logan Shaw, but what do you see in Alex Nylander?
Really dynamic, really good with the puck, really good shot. I think we're starting to really find what areas of the ice he likes going to and trying to get him the puck there to be dangerous.
You guys are creative skaters as well. You guys always seem to find, spots to get open, and I'm wondering, how do you use that to your advantage, and what else do you need to do to have the advantage?
Yeah, I think it's probably starts with just trying to be solid in the D zone and trying to spend as little time down there, because I think once we get into the offensive zone, we can do a lot of good things. So I think it's when we have possession is finding space on the ice, and then when we don't have possession, coming to the puck and working to get it back, and then once we get the puck, again, just trying to find space in the offensive zone and make plays.
Is that part of the challenge, that you don't want to just get in there, make something happen, and have it go the other way quickly? It's just like possession?
Yeah, possession and then trying to get to the inside. That's really the biggest thing. So it's just, again, trying to, every shift, just trying to drive into the offensive zone, get possession of the puck, and then attack the net.
John, I just wanted to get your thoughts on your first line, Shaw's line, and just what they've done so far and what you hope to get out of them in the future.
Well, I think they're still trying to find their way with one another. With Nylander, it just takes some time. I always say when a new line and players, it takes usually like 8 to 10 games to get to really rolling. And I think they're close. Their practices have been better, which is obviously a good sign. But they're a dangerous line. We're going to need them to continue to want to put. We're looking to get more 5-on-5 points from them, which they will. And as long as they're getting chances at the end of the day, that's what we care about the most. But you can just see they're really close to breaking through, and I expect them to have a good weekend this weekend.
What role does possession play for those guys in this one? We talked yesterday the other day about one and done, and you want to make sure that the possession is part of that plan.
Yeah, and that it's more off in the offensive zone of they put themselves in really good spots. It's just to have that offensive zone structure where their habits are good and getting more inside, because if we're getting outnumbered inside, that means we're going to get outnumbered, and then the other team is exiting too quick. So we got to make sure we stay inside, retrieve more pucks, and then get the puck up low to high. And then they've been working on it, and hopefully it starts this weekend.
What do the next steps look like, or the things you want to see Nikita Gribenkin improve in?
Well, just the stopping and starting, the transitional pucks that go from defense to offense. Sometimes players will drift a little bit out of position, and he's working on it. The consistency for a young player like that, you could see he has a lot of tools. He has and he's not afraid to get engaged and get involved. But I see some growth in him. He's just got to continue to understand things don't happen overnight. You need to continue to work on those habits and keep being a better version of yourself every day. And he seems like he wants it, which is great. He's always asking things, and it's good to see. And he's still young, so there's a lot looks good for him moving forward.
What's the challenge for you as a coach when you have a player that's so skilled, but trying to get them to play within the team structure, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, the nice thing is the video, as long as we're not utilizing it too much, but when there's when he can't understand what I'm saying and vice versa, he can see on tape. So it's a good thing for him, but he's working on those things, and every day, I think every time he plays, he gets more and more dangerous, and he looks good. So he's just going to have to continue to grow.
How's Matt Murray been for you?
I think he's been outstanding. His attitude, his professionalism. For a guy to come, and be in our locker room, I'm sure it's probably difficult a little bit, right? Being in a NHL for so long and winning 2 cups. But what I respect about him is the fact that he's not I don't notice any difference from when I met him last year when he came on conditioning, which is a good thing. He still has a good attitude, and I'm sure at the end of the day he's very competitive, and his goal is probably to once again be back in that league. So, but he's been outstanding to work with and deal with, and his attitude's been really good.
When you have 3 goalies, what's the challenge?
Well, keeping them all happy.
How do you do that?
No, I don't. They've been great. You know, it's still early there, but they all want to play. You know, I mean, unfortunately, it's like I would like to play them all too. Just like we can only, play with, the 20 that we have out there or the 18 skaters. So we have to make sure that we got to keep the balance going. That they're all getting their time and they, they're getting their reps in practice. But that is a challenging part of that. But again, they've been great, and I don't expect them there be any problems moving forward.